Video games. Boy, how much they impressed me today with their amazing graphics, slick gameplay, unique game styles, and glorious music. But sometimes you want to step out of your box often and play a different type of game. A game that is very different with its approach and game style. A game that is both fun and challenging at the same time. A game that no one else have ever even heard of. There is a genre for those type of games, and they slide directly under indie games. Indie games are a type of games that offers a variety of games with the same sort of elements that you would find in your library of current games you own. I didn't get into the indie era until just recently in October of 2012 with a game called Super Meat Boy. Sure, I've heard a lot of indie titles, and they generally equal to fun and challenging, and that's what I got from playing Super Meat Boy. Challenging, fun, and painfully enjoyable despite the many times I've died on the game. Then there is one game that caught my eye during the Midweek Madness sale on Steam, Mark of the Ninja, for 75% off. That's a pretty sweet deal, and since I had the money that I was going to save up for the summer sale event on Steam, I figured I might as well pick it up and give it a try. So, where do I even begin with this game? First off, the game was created by Klei Entertainment and published by Microsoft Studios. The version I'll be covering is on the PC, which was released on October 16th of 2012. This game received incredible feedback and high scores, and all for very good reasons. Before I get too carried away though, let's not cover the plot and head onto the gameplay instead. I'm sorry, but like I've stated in my Kingdom Hearts 3D review, I will not be covering the plot of the game's story. If you are curious, either spoil it for yourself by watching YouTube videos, or get the game yourself. Moving on to gameplay, we take role of a nameless ninja who happens to be the next line of ninjas that has the mark. Because of this, we get some nifty upgrades down the line as the story progresses. If you haven't realized this by now, this game is severely heavy with stealth mechanics. In fact, that's what you'll be doing a majority of throughout this game. Of course, you could get reckless, but you do lose some points toward another thing that I'll get into in a minute. You can also be sneaky like, you know, a ninja, and stealth kill your enemies to make your progression easier. You can also use the environment around you in some areas to steer your enemies away from your direction. You can even become a master ninja by doing none of these things whatsoever, that is, if you can pull it off correctly. Sometimes you need to kill your enemies or create distractions so that you can progress. This means that yes, if you get detected by them, you will lose points. However, if you do get caught, you can use either the air vents to get some cover, use a smoke bomb to make a break for it, or just use a cardboard box. I'm not kidding, a cardboard box. Why the hell am I getting Metal Gear Solid flashbacks? In fact, this entire game could be based on Metal Gear Solid for all I know, with its heavy stealth mechanics, maneuvers to pull to avoid detection, and killing your foes to make your progression easier. I might as well be playing Metal Gear Solid with ninjas.
Hey! Target sighted!
Though I will admit, this game is fun. Real fun. I can't seem to drop the controller whenever I'm playing this game. Even if I did a tiny mess up, I always want to restart from my checkpoint so that I may be able to improve on my stealth within each level. If I can say anything else about this game, it has gotten me hooked and makes me want to play Metal Gear Solid again in the near future. Anyway, nostalgia set aside, let's move on to another mechanic that this game offers, upgrades. When you complete each level, you are graded by the amount of score you obtain depending on which guards you've distracted, how many you've killed, how many you've managed to bypass, and so on to earn experience points. You can earn up to 9 experience points per level. With these experience points, you can upgrade yourself, your tools, and your distraction items. Most of these upgrades are pretty fun to mess around with. I've always looked forward to completing the level to see what kind of goodies I can get. You can also bump into this flag with this symbol on it that happens to be in some of the levels to upgrade your things as well. Not only do you upgrade your equipment, but you can also choose your attire, your distraction item, and your tool item. Be aware that whatever attire you choose, you will give up an ability that you no longer can use, until you decide to change your outfit again. You can unlock these items by completing certain objectives. Completing 3 of the same type of objectives will nab you an outfit that you can wear. Most of them are pretty awesome. I love the design on most of them. The graphics are amazing to look at, especially during the end-game cutscenes. It truly reminds me of a cartoon style that I've used to watch as a child. God, I'm getting old. With that said, the graphics are pretty swell for an indie title, and I've got no complaints in the control department either. Each movement is very smooth, and I never feel that I've done anything wrong if I happen to take a misstep during a level. The music is as basic as it'll get, considering that it's a stealth game. I just wish that there was a bit more to it, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not saying that the music is bad by any means necessary, maybe it's just something that I'm not used to at this point of time yet. The performance of this game is executed remarkably well. Never have I been so bored or reluctant to progress through the game every time I pick up this controller. It's really fun, challenging, and addicting all at once, and that's what I love about this game. The in-game cutscenes are also inspiring to look at. Seriously, I can't get over them. It stays in consistency with the gameplay as well, and that itself is pretty amazing. For what was going to cost me $15, I would have to say that this game is definitely worth picking up and checking out. If you are looking for a game that is challenging, or just a hardcore stealth type of gamer, give this game a shot. It is worth both the time and the money. With that said, I am the Blue Hedgehog 2010. Happy gaming, my friends.